We all have those apps that just work. They feel so intuitive, it's almost like they're reading our minds. But here's the thing, that seamless feeling isn't magic. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain and uncover the invisible structure that makes it all happen, the secret blueprint of what's called UX flows.
We've all been there, right? You're just trying to do one simple thing, maybe buy a ticket or change a setting, and suddenly you're completely lost. You're tapping in circles, you're hitting dead ends. It's so frustrating. It makes you just want to close the app and never open it again. Well, the exact opposite of that confusing maze is an experience that feels totally effortless. And that's no accident. It's because behind every great app, there's a powerful, deliberate plan, a secret blueprint that's designed to guide you perfectly from the moment you open it to the moment you're done. So, let's get into what this blueprint actually is. We're talking about UX flows. And trust me, understanding what these are is the key to figuring out why some digital products feel absolutely brilliant and why others just feel broken. So what exactly is a UX flow? Think of it as a map. Seriously, it's a visual map that shows every single step a person takes to get something done inside a product. It charts their path, the decisions they have to make, and every little interaction they have to get from point A to point B. So why are these maps so important? Well, for one, without them, you're not designing an experience. You're just making a bunch of disconnected screens. But the benefits are also super practical. These flows get the entire team, engineers, designers, everyone, on the exact same page. They're like an X-ray that reveals confusing steps or hidden problems long before anyone writes a single line of code. And that, as you can imagine, saves a massive amount of time and money.
Okay, but here's where it gets interesting. Not all maps are the same. In the world of UX, there are two main types of flows you got to know about, and the difference between them is pretty important. We're talking about task flows versus user flows.
The difference is actually pretty simple when you break it down. A task flow is linear. It's like a straight road with no turns. It just shows the one single ideal way to complete one specific goal. A user flow, on the other hand, is the entire map of the city. It shows every possible route, every intersection, and every choice a user might make along their journey. Here's a perfect example to make that concrete. A task flow is like resetting your password. Think about it. There aren't really any choices to make, are there? You just follow one step after another in a fixed order. It's a straight, totally predictable path from your problem to the solution. Now, compare that to a classic user flow, checking out online. See all the decision points? You have to choose your payment method, select an address or add a new one, decide if you have a coupon. Each of these is a branch in the road. And a good user flow has to map out all of them to make sure the experience is smooth, no matter which path you take. So how do designers make sure these paths, whether they're simple or complex, actually feel good to use? Well, it turns out there are some fundamental rules they follow. Think of it like the physics of digital interaction that makes everything feel intuitive. This quote really gets to the heart of it all. The number one goal of good interaction design is to reduce how much a user has to think. Every single step should feel so natural, so obvious, that the user doesn't even have to pause and wonder what to do next. The first and maybe the most important rule is this. Nothing breaks an experience faster than a weird, unexpected jump. When you tap next, you should have a pretty clear idea of what's coming. Good flows create this predictable rhythm where every screen feels like the natural next step from the action you just took. All right, the second rule is all about feedback. This is what makes an app feel alive and responsive. If you tap a button and absolutely nothing happens, you're left wondering, is it broken? Is it loading? A good flow gives you immediate feedback, a little loading spinner, a check mark, a new screen, just to confirm that, yep, the system heard you and it's working on it. And the third key principle, it's all about not reinventing the wheel.
See, users don't come to your app with a blank slate. They have years of experience from all the other apps they've used. They already have a mental model for how a shopping cart should work or where to look for the settings menu. Smart design respects those expectations. It doesn't try to get clever just for fun. It uses familiar patterns so the user feels comfortable and in control right from the start.
So this all sounds great in theory, but how do designers actually, build these blueprints? Let's take a quick peek at the tools of the trade. The go-to tool in the industry right now is called Figma. You can think of it as this giant digital whiteboard where designers can lay out all the steps and all the connections visually using a simple shared language of shapes.
In this right here,
This is that visual language. It's like a simple alphabet for user journeys. An oval means you're at the start or the end. A rectangle is a screen or a step. That diamond shape is a crucial decision point. Like, do you have a coupon? Yes or no? And the arrows, well, they just show you which way to go. Once you know these, you can pretty much read any UX flow out there. So, if you only take one thing away from all this, let it be this. The real secret to an app that feels amazing isn't the flashy animations or the cool colors, though that stuff helps. The real foundation is a simple, clear, and logical flow that guides the user effortlessly to their goal. So here's a little challenge for you. The next time you're booking a ride, ordering dinner, or just scrolling through your favorite app, take a second. Try to see the flow. Notice the straight paths, notice the little decision diamonds. Can you spot that invisible blueprint that's making your experience feel so smooth? Because once you start seeing it, I promise you'll never look at apps the same way again.
Like, share, and subscribe.